Another day, another chemical disaster. What's up, a Cinema Shogun here? And is it just me? Or is it every single day now? And I don't mean that as like a funny exaggeration. I mean this very literally. That every single day now, multiple times a day, we're having these crazy disasters pop off all around our country. Of course, we've been talking about these train derailments, but what about that chocolate factory that blew up the other day? I mean, broad daylight, I don't know what happened. The building just literally exploded. Multiple people died. I think they're still digging through the rubble, trying to find, missing people. It's a very sad situation, but it's something that seems to just be repeatedly happening over and over and over again. And now today, we have another chemical disaster on our hands because the drinking water, the water supply for the city of Philadelphia has been contaminated by another major chemical spill. And looking into the situation, it lets me know how bad these situations can get because everyone is underprepared for these type of situations. And I'm not here to say that I would be prepared for this, but seeing how quickly, things fly off the shelves and stuff like that, it shows you just how quickly a city could fall into straight chaos. Earlier this morning, residents of Philadelphia got this message on their phone. Imagine, you're traveling to drop the kids off at school. Maybe you're having a fun day at the park. Maybe you're on the way to work. Maybe you're at work. And you get a text message to your phone that the water supply in your city is contaminated with chemicals, and now you need to use nothing but bottled water. What happens? People panic. People overbuy. And next thing you know, the whole city of Philadelphia basically ran out of water within 2 hours. This emergency warning goes out, and within 2 or 3 hours, the city's entire water bottle supply is gone. Just like that. And it shows you that we aren't really ready. We're not ready for if ish really hits the fan, we're not ready at all. It only took the city of Philadelphia 2 to 3 hours to wipe out the whole city of its bottled water supply. What does that tell you? If faced with a real disaster and ongoing crisis, these cities would collapse within a few days. People think you maybe got a couple of weeks until food and water runs out. No, you got 2 days. If that. After the first day, people are going to start going crazy. So it shows you the fallout of these type of events. But let's go ahead and hop into this article so we can figure out what's going on here, because this looks like another one of those situations that we're going to have to monitor. I know they're going to tell the people of Philadelphia that it's safe, the water's okay. But if we learned anything in the last month or so, if we learned one thing from East Palestine, we've learned not to trust them when they say, everything's fine, everything's safe, the water supply is safe. Okay, where have I heard that before? Anyways, let's dive into this article. Philadelphia recommends bottled water after chemical spill in Delaware River. But you know what? I actually have a recommendation for you all. I recommend that you all download the Swagit app using the link in the comments below. I'll have a pinned comment in the comment section. Click that link, download Swagit, follow me, Cinema Shogun. I'm about to go on vacation, so if you want to keep up with my hijinks while I'm on the road and see some behind the scenes action, download Swagit and follow me today. It's a free way to support my channel. But let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Philadelphia officials suggested residents of the city use bottled water Sunday after more than 8,000 gallons of chemicals used in latex finished spilling into the Delaware River Saturday night. The spill is believed to have originated from a burst pipe at the Trenzio PLC plant in Bristol, Pennsylvania, which spilled over 8,100 gallons into Otter Creek. In a statement Sunday, Mike Carroll, Deputy Managing Director for the Philadelphia Office of Transportation, Infrastructure, and Sustainability, said no contaminants have been detected thus far. However, he said the Baxter Drinking Water Treatment Plant, the largest such facility in the state, closed intakes around 5 a.m. on Sunday. Carroll said health risks are very low, if present at all, and that the city was issuing the advisory out of an abundance of caution. Residents were advised to begin using bottled water beginning at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Nonetheless, because we cannot be 100% sure that there won't be traces of these chemicals in the tap water throughout the afternoon, we want the public to be aware so that people can consider switching to bottled water to further minimize any risk. Therefore, we are notifying the public in the customer service area that they may wish not to drink or cook with tap water. We will update this information later this afternoon. The Delaware River supplies water to about 58% of the city. A map of affected areas provided by the city indicated the advisory applies to every neighborhood but the western and southwestern sections of Philadelphia as parts of its northwest corner. I am sorry, but 8,100 gallons of toxic chemicals just spilled into the water supply. And they're telling these people, oh, we don't know if there will be trace amounts or not. Just so happens we stopped doing water takes at 5 a.m. Very, very conveniently. And we're going to tell you now that, who knows, the water might be safe, but if you want to use bottled water, that's okay. Never mind the fact that we did just tell y'all, we just got done telling y'all literally, that 8,000 gallons of chemicals spilled into this water. Like, what the heck is going on? It's like we are being gaslit 24/7. They put the news out here, because they're forced to in a way. So they put the news out here about the contaminated water, and then they play it down as if we're dumb. 8,000 gallons of chemicals spilled, toxic waste, into the water supply, but we don't know. There may be traces, maybe not. Who knows? Minimal health risks. No, you're drinking freaking chemicals that were used to make latex. But don't worry about the risk. We don't know if there's traces. What? Man, it's so bad. Look, this is what's happening, folks. I'll go ahead and break it down for you all in a nutshell. The water's obviously contaminated. They told you that themselves. This is how they play things off. They tell you, 8,000 gallons of toxic waste fell into the water supply. And then they go on to say, but, the intake stopped at 5 a.m., so we haven't really been testing it for hours. Just so happens. And we're just telling you that there maybe or maybe not be traces. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, people. This stuff is starting to weigh on me. And I don't mean like not weigh on me in the way that you're probably thinking, but as someone who covers these type of stories, the amount of BS that I have to read through every day is nauseating. It's literally nauseating. It gets to the point where I just feel like there's no hope for anything. I just want to roll my eyes. I literally want to puke in my mouth because these people just blatantly fabricate things. They lie 24/7. You cannot in one sentence tell us, hey, we accidentally dumped 8,000 gallons of toxic chemicals into the water supply, and then in the next sentence say, hey, minimal health risk, and there may not even be traces of it anyway. Who cares? But now what has happened is the people of Philadelphia all ran out and all started buying up the water. So now what's happening? Other residents who didn't get to buy the water, they're freaking out. So in order to maintain peace and stability, because they don't want chaos breaking out, what are these people going to do now? Can anyone answer that question? Answer down in the comments below right now. I'll wait. What do you think these people are going to do now? Now that the water is already wiped off the shelves at the grocery store, now that the individual water bottles have all been purchased from the bodegas, from the gas stations, from the corner stores and markets, what do you think city officials are going to tell the people of Philadelphia? They're going to tell them, don't worry, everybody, the water is clean. That's what they're going to tell them. Because they know, hey, people are going to freak out if we keep this advisory in place that tells them to use bottled water only, and then they go to the store and there's no bottled water. I mean, Philadelphia is already a war zone as it is. They will literally have people out there murdering people over bottles of water. So they're going to tell these people the water is safe. And they're already doing that. They're already doing that. They admitted they messed up. Another accident happened, and water supplies got contaminated again by toxic chemicals. But don't worry. Don't worry, because these toxic chemicals, they don't affect anyone. They're perfectly harmful. I mean, they're perfectly not harmful. I mean, I'm telling the truth, but you get what I'm saying. And I hope you understand the sarcasm. But that's what we're dealing with. And they pretend like this goes away. If you dump 8,000 gallons of toxic chemicals into the water supply, it doesn't just disappear overnight. Yet they put out this advisory for people to only drink bottled water and to only deal with bottled water. Don't wash with the freaking in the shower. Don't take a bath. Don't cook unless you're using bottled water. And then like 3 or 4 hours later, they try to tell people, hey, as far as we know, there's no contaminants. As far as we know, everything should be safe, minimal health risk. Mind you, they stopped testing. They stopped even worrying about the water at 5 a.m. The advisory went out at 2 p.m. Within 2 or 3 hours, all the water in the city is sold out. And then they come out and say, hey, the water's probably safe. Don't worry, guys. Forget everything we told you all earlier about the toxic chemicals. All of them magically disappeared. 8,000 gallons of toxic waste that got dumped into our water supply somehow. It just disappeared. It went away within an hour. About the same amount of time it took for you all to buy up all the water in the city. The water's clean now. Who cares? But hey, I mean, what can I do? I sit back and I watch these situations play out and I report it to you all how I see it. But let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell. And I'll talk to you all in the next video.